Bro, also just take it in for a sec. Dude, this is so beautiful. We are grateful to just be alive another day, baby. Like, come on. I have no idea what I'm doing, and instead of pretending that I have it all figured out, I'm just gonna take this prep with some real humility and just learn as much as I can along the way. I never really believed in imposter syndrome. I always thought it was just an excuse that people use to validate the fact that they could shy away from the moment. I'm looking up to all the people that I look up to in the running world and the fitness community, the Nick Bears of the world, like, you know, Matt Zalea, Matt Johnson, people who have struggled with this race, and they are some of the best, most athletic people I know. And, you know, there really is a gap between me and them, but, you know, I guess this process is really closing that gap to really put myself in the right position and not shy away from the moment. We started off episode 1 with a 2-hour HIIT workout and then 20 minutes on the Stairmaster after. So we definitely have a really good start so far, but you know, today's gonna be a really, really intense cardio workout, and we're with Cole Brecka, who I've done a video with before, but Cole is, I look up to Cole. Even though we're the same age, it's hard to say that about other people, but he has his own business. He's one of the most badass people I've ever met. You know, he's done the Great World Race, did the 100 with me, and he's just a great overall human. So we're gonna get after it with him today because you need people who just keep raising the bar. And Cole with me just keeps raising the bar. So I'm excited, boys, let's get after it. It's Sunday, it's Sunday at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. How do you bro, just take it in. It doesn't even feel real. Cole's over there flexing. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All right, let's get after it, man. This setup is so tough. What's up, man?
How are you? Good.
How are you feeling, brother?
Good, dude. Good morning, yeah.
I woke up again today, and bro, my knee's just not.
Bucking out.
There, bro.
Is that a sleeve or?
It's a knee sleeve. It's a calf sleeve that I just yanked up more. We did a 5-mile shakeout run yesterday, and although I finished it, I just can't go fast yet. Definitely not. And you know, I'm actually feeling it a lot in my knee. But again, I said it earlier. We don't skip work just because something's hurt. There's a lot of different ways you can get your heart rate up, and every day there's a chance to get better. So I want to wake up tomorrow happy with what I did today. You just need to get used to doing extreme amounts of work over extreme duration of time. This might be my training block for, I don't know, maybe a week. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be ready to run and start throwing down 50-mile weeks again. But you know, hey, everything's a blessing in disguise, really. Maybe this is just gonna get me conditioned again in a way I wouldn't have put so much emphasis on if I could run right away. Yeah, Cole's dog had just had his 17-year-old birthday yesterday.
17, yeah, and he's still spry. He's like a young little dog. He's on peptides, dude. I got him on everything. Peptides. I cook his food for him. Yeah, he eats basically as good as me.
He's on peptides?
He's on peptides. Yeah, I've got a little. I could show you. I've got like a little BPC 157 dropper that I put in there. It's like KPV. I give him organic multivitamin. I cook all his food. He's like the most dialed dog. I'll take him in the red light bed and stuff with me.
He's benching 225.
Well, this is my latest baby.
That bike is so tough. Have you announced to the people yet that you're doing it, or no? You're waiting for a little bit?
What?
That you're doing the race?
Yeah, but I'm not really super public about it. But yeah, I'm doing 10 Ironmans in 10 days.
Yeah, wait, he's doing 10 Ironmans in 10 days, bro. What?
Yeah. This is hydrogen inhalation, so hydrogen gas. So similar concept to the hydrogen water. Yeah. H2 tab that I love to drink. This is hydrogen gas. You can breathe hydrogen inhalation. Super good for your lungs. Super good for your VO2 max. This is a PMF mat, pulse electromagnetic field. Alkalizes all 32 trillion cells. I've got the Normatex in here. So sometimes I'll just come in here, throw on the PMF mat, throw on the Normatex, and just watch some TV. This is like the holy grail. This is my red light bed. So I think this was one of the biggest components for us running the 100. Like I was in this thing every single day. I still go in it every day. And so this helps out with inflammation. But there's 45,000 light diodes in here. So even all the red strips that don't look like they're on are all infrared, near infrared, and far. So super good for inflammation. So yeah, I say a tanning bed. Yeah.
It's just like a playground in here, bro. Would you say the Great World Race was just 10 times harder?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Great World Race almost killed me, bro. Now, I was in different shape. I was in horrible shape when I ran the Great World Race, and I was in a lot better shape when I did the 100, but still, I think
it's the whole setup.
Great World Race definitely did me in, compared to that. But this was a different type of tough. I mean, Great World Race was 7 marathons, 7 continents in 7 days. Yeah. this was basically 4 marathons in one day. Yeah. So like for a single event, the 100 was tougher, but this was like a prolonged event. So like the problem with the 7-day thing is I never got to recover. I never got to like properly fuel myself. Yeah. You're traveling and stuff like that. So that's what really jacked me up. It wasn't really the running. But yeah, I would say there were 2 different races.
Bro, an honest question that I was thinking of today, like what's bringing you back for signing up for like the most extreme sports possible?
Yeah. Two things. I think one, curiosity. You know, I let curiosity kind of fuel me. Yeah. So for me, it's about like trying everything once, you know, like I would probably never go do the Great Old Race again, not because it's not a good race, because I've already done it. And so for me, it's like, I want to go out and I want to try the Ironman, and I want to try the 100 mile, and I want to try the 200 mile, and I want to try all these things and experience all these different things. Yeah. And then it's also, you know, pushing myself to the limits. You know, I felt like the 100 miles was super, super tough, but I didn't find that primal state of me in that race. And I think I'm still searching for that. And so for me, like I want to go out and I want something that's really going to break me. And then that, because in those moments, like that's where you really start to grow. So
I hate that part.
You hate it? Why? Oh, the wind that comes up? Oh, it's just too cold. Oh, yeah. That's way different, bro. All things considered, I feel so mentally good, bro. It's like, I'm just so ready to get after it.
That's what I told. So I got on a call with the guy who's going to be head coaching my Ironmans. I just told him, I'm like, dude, I'm ready to fucking get back into it. I feel so out of place right now. Like, I'm never really not training for something. And so like in these in-between cycles, you start to go like stir crazy. Yeah. It's like, I want something on the calendar. I want to be fucking.
You feel like it's like a post-race depression where you're like,
yeah, it's like you're in this, we go from like meeting up every day, 6 days a week, training, you know, the weekends are back-to-back long runs and like this crazy packed schedule, and like you're so dialed, and you're watching all of your nutrition, your recovery, everything, and it's just gone. Yeah. You know?
So I think a lot of people get very comfortable when they get done with like a big event. Like it's very easy for people to just stop and just be like, hey, I'll hang my hat on that and like I'm good now.
Yeah,
like I'm good now.
Like, I think it's also like an accountability thing. It's like when you're training for something, there's usually like a coach, or like we did the 100 all together, so like we're all holding each other accountable. Oh yeah. Now that that's over and we're not doing this race together, like I'm not texting you asking you to check in on, you know, what workout did you do and everything like that. So
exactly, bro. And a lot of people they lose that dog right away, because if there's someone else isn't pushing them, it's really hard for people to find that internally. Yeah. Let's get it today, coach. Come on. Hey, you want to run us through the full workout? Yeah, I like that. All right. I like that. We'll go through it like 3 times or something. Let's get it, baby. Come on. Oh, let's go.
All right. All right.
Woo. 550?
550.
Let's go. What do I got now? Pull-ups?
Pull up. 1 push up.
Face the bar.
Go, work.
This is hard. Ow.
How many 5 on each side? Go. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Let's go, Z. Let's go. Oh shit. This is the last 10.
Fuck.
We can probably remove this.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We can probably get rid of this. Go all the way to the car. Shit's about to go to outer space.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Right here, come on. Let's work, come on. Come on. Yes, sir, Cole. Good shit. That's what I'm talking about, Cole. Good shit, baby.
Have him go the distance. Z, go up and down.
Diamond Gym doesn't got shit on us.
1 minute.
Put down. They look simple. It's hard. Definitely hard workout today. Feels good. Oh. Beast mode. Oh, and then reverse.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Let's go.
Go.
You look like a gorilla. Bro, you should try like endurance sports, bro. You'd be very good. Yeah. I think you should try to run a little bit, bro. Like, I think you'd like it. What do these called? Turkish get-ups? I love it. You gotta work out with people who are better than you, because then you just have to raise your level of play.
Put yourself first. I don't really fall in love with
Yes, sir. Yeah, Cole. Woo! We working. We working. I need that boxer core. I feel like every boxer just has like a 12 pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's funny because in my 25 years, I never do abs.
Never did abs once? You never did abs once in 25 years of
I hate
boxing?
do abs. I never do abs. Yeah. Okay. Now just hold it. Alright. Go. 1, 2. Again, come on. Push it. Let's go. 4. Yeah. Go. Alright, just hold it right there. Hold it. Alright, let's go. Come on. Come on. 1,
It's crazy. It's great.
3, 2, hold it. Go, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright. Work. 8, go. 9, 10 more. 1, 2,
Oh.
3,
Woo.
4, 5.
What'd you say? Yeah. Yo. Right. It's like I'm crossing up someone.
Face down. Go faster. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Come on.
Come on. 8, 9, 10.
That's what you get, bro, for that last exercise.
4.
Let's
Alright.
go.
One leg in the air. No. In the air. Come on. 8, 9, 10 more. 1.
Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. Come on.
Ready? Let's
Come on.
go. 1, 2, 3,
Come on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. 1, 2,
One on my head.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Now you won.
the last one got me, bro. Great work today, brother. Thank you. Thanks. All jokes aside, thank you for that.
Switch it up, you know.
Very good. Yeah.
That's what makes working out fun.
You think there's a lot of benefit, even if you're just doing like a marathon training, or like, say it was a specific high rocks to, or say for like marathon training or just like a long distance run. You think coming in here, there's a lot of benefit in it too, because you're switching up the way you train?
100%. I think marathon training, yes, but more specifically like the ultra stuff. When you get into these multi-day events,
Yeah.
you know, it's not your conditioning and stuff that goes. It's like your joints, your ligaments, your skeleton, your muscle skeletal system.
Yeah.
And I think that is what you have to train. You know, like as you go into this Leadville prep, you know, we've already talked to Matt Johnson about it. It's actually going to not be as many miles as you think, and it's going to be more time on the Stairmaster, more time getting your quads strong, more time building muscle in your legs because you're on them for 36, 40, sometimes 50 hours. And so I think for that, you have to be in the gym. You have to be doing strength work. You have to be doing plyometric work.
Yeah.
And so I think it's more than just spending time running outside and building your endurance and your engine. I think you already have the endurance and the engine. And so for you, I think it's a lot of gym time.
Dude, I didn't realize. So Matt Zalea kind of coached himself during this whole process when he did it, and he got sub 25 hours. He got the big belt buckle. Nick Bear, I just watched the doc yesterday, got like 27 hours, bro. It's actually insane. And his peak week, the way he formatted it, his miles were only 80, 85 was his peak week, but his elevation change in the whole, like during that time was
climbing, man. It's a lot of climbing. Yeah, it's a lot of climbing. It's also, they call it, what do they call it? Leadville cough or something? Like
the Leadville lung, yeah.
Leadville lung. And so that's like a thing you have to train for. It's like, that's the uncontrollable. You could have the cardio, but if your legs can't handle that kind of elevation gain and your lungs can't keep up with, you know, the altitude, then you're shot.
The biggest thing I'm taking away from our race is that, you know, you don't plan for a perfect race. You actually have to plan for everything going wrong.
100%.
Like you have to go in expecting shit to hit the fan and nothing to work, because then you're able to have the expectation of just problem solving the entire time.
That's what crew chief Rob said. He said, this is all just a big game of problem solving. How fast can you problem solve on the go? And that'll be the determining factor whether you finish or not. So like we all have the cardio to do 100 miles, and you did 100 miles. So you have the endurance to go another 100, especially in Leadville. It's going to be like controlling the uncontrollable. You know, it's like, is your stomach going to keep up? What's the weather going to be like on that day? You know, like you could, you know, hit a rock and roll your ankle and then you're racing 60 miles on a broken ankle. So it's like all the uncontrollable can happen. And it's just like making sure you're mentally prepared for when shit goes wrong. What is your ability to problem solve and what is your ability to keep going?
So going like after this race when we got back, and obviously there was so much love from like everyone just back home, but a lot of the biggest question that I'm getting right now is, hey, I want to train for like a 50 miler or 100. Like, how do I start or how do I get into it? My biggest advice is always start with small wins and just get comfortable on your feet. But, you know, look at your resume now. You've done the 100, like you've done the Great World Race, 100-mile race, and now you're doing the 10 Ironmans in 10 days. Yeah. What do you think is the biggest thing, just anybody out in the world that sees this right now? Like, what can they do to just make that first step to get started, or what can they kind of taken from you and your life story on how they can chase something like that?
I think go all in. You know, like so many people are just getting started. And my first marathon I ever ran was a Great World Race. Like my first marathon I ever ran was 7 marathons, 7 continents in 7 days. And then I did my first 7 in 7 days. Yeah. My first ultra marathon was a 100-mile race. My first Ironman is going to be 10 Ironmans in 10 days. And so for me, it's like, set your mind to it, set big goals that scare you, but just like execute on them, you know, make time for it. Carve out the protocols. And so like if you're training for a marathon or you're training for, you know, a 50 miler or whatever, just go all in on it and just do it. I mean, you'll never know what your capabilities are until you actually do the race. You know, you can try to guess your level of fitness and your mental fortitude, you know, with training and stuff like that. But until you actually do the thing, you won't really understand it.
And what discourages a lot of people during marathon prep is, you know, they'll go out for their first run and they realize like 3 miles at a 10:30 pace, that was hard. Yeah. And they want to be able to do someone that's running sub threes. They want to go do great things, but what's your advice to someone who's getting discouraged in the process, but to still stay committed to the journey.
Yeah, run your own race. I mean, it's hard to see like all these run influencers and all these people breaking these crazy records and compare yourself to them. Yeah. You know, set again small wins. You know, work on you know your zone 2 endurance. You know, one of the best pieces of advice I ever heard was if you want to run fast, run slow. And that was like a hard thing for me to concept, you know, in the early days, because you're like, I just want to get the 3 miles over, I just want to get the 5 miles over, and I just want to run fast. But running your heart rate is something I really learned when we did the 100 prep. And I think like it paid off so much in the long run, because during these ultra endurance races, it's a lot slower pace. You know, it's more about, are you fueling correctly? How you know, are you managing your injuries correctly? Or are you managing your sleep deprivation and things like that? And so I think just run your own race. Try not to compare yourself. You know, take good things from other people. You know, take protocols and workouts and gear and nutrition and strategy from other people, but don't, you know, compare yourself to that person, because they're in a totally different category. They have a different lifestyle.
Yeah. Everyone who's at that level went through the weird beginner turbulence in the first place. You know, like at those point, like at some point in their life, they were running 10:30 paces for like 1 mile. And, you know, it's just building over time and just showing up and doing the right things. So, you know, I love just seeing your process, because, you know, it's such a relatable thing. Like your first marathon, you just went right into the fire.
Just went all in.
You bit off more than you could chew, and then you learn how to chew it. That's like my exact mindset going into Leadville. I signed up for the fucking hardest thing I could think of. Yeah. And, you know, during that process, or during this next 27 weeks, I want to see who I am right now, and all the metrics, like my VO2 max and my 40-yard dash, and just like all those type of things you can look at. Yeah. And I want to see how much better I can get from it in 27 weeks, man. And you look at what you've built, like, you're not even just doing fitness full time, bro. You own a business. So is it hard to juggle both from like all your commitments, or?
I mean, it's all one and the same. I think one thing you find across like this ultra endurance world, which is super fascinating, is everybody's like a high performer. You know, you've got a lot of these crazy endurance athletes by day and like lawyers, surgeons, entrepreneurs and stuff by night. And I think, you know, it's all one and the same. I think as an entrepreneur, you learn how to kind of jump out of the plane and build a parachute on the way down. And I think, you know, as a ultra runner, like you learn how to do the same thing. You know, you sign up for a big race and you just like, you commit to Leadville. You don't know what Leadville's like. You've never ran at altitude. You've never done anything like that, but you just sign up for it and you just, you know, deal with small wins and you endure the process. But I think it's all one and the same. Entrepreneurship is like, you have a vision, you want to start this business, you want to do it, you want to tackle this mission, and you just go for it. And you just kind of learn along the way. And I think running ultras or whatever your prep series is, you know, it's all one and the same. It's all the same thing.
I think really like reverse engineering it is such a big, it sounds like it's so complicated, but hey, just know where you want to go. Pick the date where you want to accomplish it by. Like, okay, I want to start my business by August 22nd. I want to run Leadville by August 22nd. How do you get to that process? You just have to build a plan and then start stacking small wins that are going to inch you forward every day. Because eventually, you know, I think people underestimate how much they can do in a day and overestimate how much they can do in a year. Or no, I think people overestimate how much they can do in one day and underestimate how much they can do in a year. You know, every day might not look like fireworks and big wins, but, you know, an inch,
it's 1% better every day.
Is literally still closer to your goal than you were yesterday, okay?
Yeah,
if you can just wake up with some encouragement that tomorrow is going to be even better and you just keep that ball rolling, you know, it takes, a lot of people are overnight successes, but to get to that night, it takes 5-6 years.
Yeah,
it really
100%. It's stacking small wins, you know, it's literally 1% better every day. That's the one humbling thing about becoming like an endurance racer or running. It's the same thing as like entrepreneurship, where it's like a lot of times you can't feel the benefit instantaneous, but it's the accumulative progress over time. Oh, yeah. And I think like your VO2 max is not going to jump 5 points if you go out and run, you know, 10 miles right now. It's not how it works, but like you run 10 miles every day for 10 weeks and your VO2 max will start to improve. And I think it's about chipping away at this, you know, block of a goal that you're working towards. And I think entrepreneurship's the same thing. Like, I'm not going to have that big business overnight, but I can do something today that will impact the future and hopefully, you know, work towards that goal. So I think it's all one and the same.
Bro, and honestly, like, before we wrap up, like, this, what are you calling it? Is it an Iron, like, it's an Ultra Ironman Deca Man?
It's the Deca.
Okay, so for your Deca, like, just for you, because I know you very personally now, and I know how much of a stud you are, and, like, look at your resume and look at all the data you have to look back on. Is there still any, like, I don't know if doubt's the right word, but is there any fear going into it, or just what's your mind like?
100%. I mean, we've talked about this thing called the Misogi, a ton of times. It's that, that one notion you want to work towards. But the Misogi is also meant, you're only meant to have a 50-50 chance at finishing this thing. Huh. It's if that goal doesn't have a 50-50 chance of completion, then it's not a big enough goal. And for me, it might not even be 50%, but that's what I want. Like, I think, I want to find that thing that pushes me to the absolute breaking point. And how I came up with the 10 Ironman thing is I literally Googled on my phone. I said, what is the toughest single day endurance event in the world? And it said the Ironman. Yeah. And I just done 7 marathons in 7 days. I said, what if I did 7 of these? And then I was like, well, what if I did 10 of these? And then I was like, well, what if I did 10 of these, but I made it one race? Yeah. And we called it the DECA. So it's the distance of 10 Ironmans, but in a single race, but you get 10 days to complete it. So it'll be a 24-mile swim, like a 1,100-mile bike ride, and then a 262-mile run consecutive, rather than one Ironman every day.
For reference, like 1,100 miles is like here to pretty much Utah, right, or Vegas, just
Dude, for the record, you almost swim a marathon. You basically bike from Miami to Nashville.
It's so wild, bro.
Then you run almost 3 times the distance you ran in the 100-mile. Yeah. At the end, and so it'll 100% be the toughest thing I'd ever done. And the whole concept behind that is if I don't completely cut out everything that doesn't serve a purpose to that mission, I just won't complete it. Like, dude, it's just point blank.
Like, I've always had this question, how do you be great? Like, what is greatness? And like, you're obviously just so in tune with just chasing greatness and just trying to find out where your limits lay. Yeah. I feel like anybody can do it, but they just have to want it themselves. What is it? Like, what is it for you? Why come back? Like, why? You said curiosity earlier, but what's making you be like, hey, like, I want to go see,
Yeah, you got to have big goals. That's the entire thing. And I think for me, it is curiosity, but it's also like, in my world, in like the Cole Brecka world and the Brecka family world, we built our entire careers. I built my entire career on this backbone of health and wellness. Yeah. So, I'm consistently out in the world talking about, I've got things that improve your health. I've got knowledge that you can take into your everyday life that'll improve your health. For me, it's about being the biggest testament to that. And, I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to take my resume for it. And I think for me, it's like, how do I push myself as the leader of this whole operation to its absolute breaking point so that like everything that I say and everything has meaning? It's like, it goes back to that one saying, like, don't trust a fat chef. It's like, it's true. It's like, you don't want somebody that doesn't practice what they preach and love the process of what, they're talking about. And so for me, it's about backing up everything that I say with real actions and like undisputable actions, stuff that absolutely breaks the boundaries and stuff that like you can't finish without science and health and performance and all of these different things. And so that's why I pick these absolutely extravagant goals. But yeah, I think, that's the premise in why I choose stuff like this.
But I mean, that's what I respect, I think, most about you, bro. I feel like the world just needs more leaders and like leaders of men, and bro, you get after it every day. So yeah. Thank you for running me through it today, guys. That was awesome. Same thing again tomorrow, bro. Let's do it. Hey, that was great. That was episode 2. I'm 27 weeks pretty much on the dot from Leadville prep now. So
what scares you the most?
What scares me the most? I've got really comfortable about being in the unknown. That's not what's really scary. It's about, going out there and.
What's nice is you can go there mentally. And that's like, if you have that, that's like the armor that'll take you to the finish line. If like you can handle anything that gets thrown at you, you can march your way to that finish line. Whether it's no matter the issue that occurs, if you just are mentally headstrong, like nothing is going to break me, there'll have to be something catastrophic to really take me off this course. Then I think you have that, and I think you got to experience at least a glimpse of that in the 100.
Hell yeah!
And so for you, it's like, how do you make sure that you're the most primed for when the race comes around, exactly. But like just in the back of your mind, like you have that capability to go there.
I think mentally, like you said, like, thank you for that too. Like, I think mentally I'm there. Like I've my entire life, it hasn't been because I've been like the most talented or anything. It's just, I just wanted it more and I was more willing to go do the work and like dig deeper. I think for me, honestly, it's just trying to simulate and have that confidence for race day we're not in elevation. It's not
Sea level.
It's a sea level, bro. The biggest climb that we have is the Venetian Bridge, and we saw it yesterday. Like, bro, it's like I thought it was so much bigger last time we were there. It's not big at all. So I think really just trying to simulate race day as much as I can and not avoid the work, bro. Like I like how you were really pushing me. Like you saw me on the wall balls trying to catch my breath. You're like, fuck that, go. So thank you, bro.
Take that, and I
that.
think that's what you'll need when you're, because when you're in the race, your mind starts to really go dark, and you start to try to convince yourself like all of the shit that's going wrong. You should quit. You should DNF, everything like that. And I think what happens is when you're racing, you'll start to think back on moments where you could have gotten an extra rep, or you could have done an extra mile, or you could have done something faster and like with more efficiency, and that'll haunt you. So for me, like I've identified that now that I've done a few of these races. And so like when I'm in the gym, I'm making sure like I give everything I got in that very moment so that I don't have like my credibility on game day is like at its absolute prime. I at least know in the back of my mind I'm qualified.
Yeah.
And that's huge. Like you have to show up on race day knowing like in the entire prep and the entire process, you gave it everything you had.
I like what you said on your pod too. It's like, if anything, we did extra miles in the prep. Like that's something you can look back on when it gets tough. It's like, hey, like not only did I do the work, like it's not because of lack of effort. That's something that's unexcusable. Like say you actually like fall and break your ankle somehow during the race. That's uncontrollable. But going into it, that's on you. Yeah. That's on you to be the best version.
If you show up unconditioned, like that is 100% on you, especially if you got given the program and everything like that, and you don't follow to a T.
That's just lazy. Bro. You don't deserve it then. But if you did all the work and you did extra and like you were showing up for me, you deserve that shit. But I think that's the biggest thing. It's just showing up on race day, feeling like I did everything that I could, bro. So, hey, thank you so much for today, baby. Come on,
brother.
Hey, great week again. We'll do this again next week, maybe with Kyle and all the rest of the boys or something.
Get the boys together for a squad workout.
Episode 2. Yeah, we'll get squad workout next week. Love you guys. See you again next week.